Welcome to Fun Islamic Facts, where I share fun facts about Muhammad and the Quran whenever jihadis go on a killing spree. For centuries, dogs have been described as man's best friend. Not surprisingly, the Prophet who commanded his followers to slaughter men also commanded them to slaughter man's best friend. And it all began when Muhammad got stood up for a date because of a puppy. Sahih Muslim 55:11. It was narrated that Aisha said, Jibreel, supposedly the angel Gabriel, promised to come to the Messenger of Allah at a certain hour, and that time came, but he did not arrive. He, the messenger, had a stick in his hand which he threw down and said, Allah does not break his promise, and neither do his messengers. Then he turned and saw a puppy beneath a bed. He said, "O Aisha, when did this dog get in here?" She said, "By Allah, I do not know." He ordered that it be taken out, and Jibreel came. The Messenger of Allah said, "You made an appointment with me, and I waited for you, but you did not come." He said, "I was prevented by the dog that was in your house. We do not enter a house in which there is a dog or an image." So the Archangel Gabriel is petrified of puppies and pictures. After learning about Gabriel's phobias, Muhammad could have simply been careful to check his house for puppies whenever Gabriel was coming over. But this is Muhammad we're talking about, and it just wouldn't be Muhammad without an epic bloodbath. So the canine carnage began. Sahih Muslim 40:16. It was narrated from Ibn Umar that the Messenger of Allah ordered that dogs be killed. Sahih Muslim 40:18. It was narrated that Abdullah bin Umar said, "The Messenger of Allah used to order that dogs be killed, and I went throughout Al-Madinah until we did not spare any dog, but we killed it, to such an extent that we would even kill the dog of a woman belonging to the desert people." But some of Muhammad's followers complained because they had dogs for hunting and for herding sheep, so Muhammad changed his mind. Sahih Muslim 40:21. It was narrated that Ibn al-Mughaffal said, "The Messenger of Allah enjoined the killing of dogs. Then he said, 'What is the problem with them and dogs?' Then he granted a concession with regard to dogs for hunting and herding sheep." So, certain dogs were okay, as long as they were fetching your birds or herding your sheep. But some dogs were much worse. Some dogs are the devil. Sahih Muslim 1137. It was narrated from Abdullah bin As-Samit from Abu Dar, who said, "The Messenger of Allah said, 'When one of you stands to offer prayer, he will be screened if he has something in front of him that is like the back of a saddle. If he does not have something in front of him that is like the back of a saddle, then his prayer will be interrupted if a donkey, a woman, or a black dog passes in front of him.' I said, 'O Abu Dar, what is the difference between a black dog or a red or yellow dog?' He said, 'O son of my brother, I asked the Messenger of Allah the same question, and he said, the black dog is a devil.'" More timeless wisdom about Satan from the Prophet who said that Satan pees in your ears, hides in your nose, and farts when he hears the call to prayer. Surah 21 verse 107 of the Quran declares that Allah sent Muhammad as a mercy to all creatures. But apparently, this doesn't include dogs, and it certainly doesn't include black dogs, because the color of a dog's fur determines whether it's the devil. If you're wondering why Muhammad said that black dogs are the devil, keep in mind he also said that Satan looks like a black man. For more on Muhammad's view of blackness, be sure to watch Muhammad, the White Prophet with Black Slaves. Welcome to Fun Islamic Facts, where I share fun facts about Muhammad and the Quran whenever jihadis go on a killing spree. Do you like the adorable gecko from the Geico commercials? If so, you're going to hell. because Muhammad hated lizards and ordered his followers to kill them. Sunan Abu Dawud, number 5262. It was narrated from Amr bin Sa'd that his father said, "The Messenger of Allah enjoined killing geckos, and he called them noxious little creatures." Muhammad even said that Muslims will be rewarded in paradise for killing geckos, with bonuses for efficiency. Sunan Abu Dawud, number 5263. It was narrated that Abu Hurairah said, "The Messenger of Allah said, whoever kills a gecko with the first blow, he will have such and such of hasana." Hasana here refers to good deeds for which you'll be rewarded. Whoever kills it on the second blow, he will have such and such of hasana, less than the first. Whoever kills it on the third blow, he will have such and such of hasana, less than the second. But geckos are fairly harmless creatures, and they help reduce the insect population, so we may be wondering why Muhammad would want them killed. Fortunately for us, the Prophet of Islam explained his hatred for lizards. Sahih al-Bukhari, number 3359. Narrated Sharik, Allah's Messenger ordered that house lizards should be killed and said, "It," i.e. the house lizard, "blew the fire on Ibrahim," i.e. Abraham. The commentator adds a note for clarification. When Abraham was thrown into the fire, it is said, all the animals tried to extinguish the fire, except the house lizard, which blew it. So, when Abraham was thrown into the fire, which never happened, various animals gathered around and tried to put out the fire. But lizards conspired to kill Abraham by blowing on the fire and making it hotter. Hence, lizards are under a death sentence to be carried out by Muslims. As for you Muslims who don't believe in killing lizards for their attempted execution of Abraham, keep in mind that the prophet who delivered this revelation about lizards is the same prophet who delivered the Quran.